Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
What is up, America? Good morning, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality, to your health, to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, acne, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew and regenerate on a moment-to-moment basis. While some folks may call that a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. It is simply the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, let us help you. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side at 855-660-4261. If you have questions about the longevity products, prescription drugs, you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we want to hear from you. 855-660-4261 is our call-in number on The Bright Side. If you have a success story you'd like to share, just got back from the longevity convention, and man, did I hear success stories. People losing 100 pounds, 80 pounds, 150 pounds. I'm not kidding, folks. I talked to two people who lost 150 pounds or more. If you go to the longevity convention, if you were at the longevity convention, you know what I'm talking about. There are folks who were in wheelchairs, who had gotten up out of wheelchairs, and within 2 or 3 months of being on a nutritional supplement program. That's what I love about these conventions, is you really get to see visually, you get to talk to and experience folks who have experienced themselves the power of a good nutritional supplement program. All right, let's see any other housekeeping details. If you want to join the Brightside Ben team, love to have you aboard. You can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. You can also hit the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. You can also order any of the products that you hear us talk about or advertise on the program at brightsideben.com. Also want to encourage you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. All right. Welcome back to The Bright Side. Thanks for joining us. We're talking about one of the more interesting nutritional supplements, something called choline. As important as this stuff is, it wasn't really recognized as an essential nutrient, or at least a conditionally essential nutrient, until the late 1990s. Just last week, an article was published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition that suggested that pregnant moms should be getting more choline to support healthy fetal development, the development of the fetus, as well as to prevent birth defects. Choline is an important substance for all periods of rapid growth. It helps the body turn fats into structural elements, especially structural elements in the nervous system. So you eat fat, and then choline is partially involved, at least, in turning that fat and the fatty substance into nerve cell membranes and various various membranes, various cell membranes, liver cell membranes, brain cell membranes, etc. It's not just for fetal and infant growth either. Bodybuilders benefit from choline. Athletes benefit from choline. And choline may also play an important role in speeding recovery from surgical procedures. But clearly, the development of the fetus and the infant are primary biological nutritional roles for choline, especially for the health of the brain, the baby's brain, the infant's brain, the fetus's brain and nervous system, and especially for memory functions and intellectual functions, an area in the brain called the hippocampus, which is thought to be responsible for most intellectual functions and memory functions, is especially dependent on choline. As a mother's breast milk develops, as it turns from colostrum or first milk into more mature milk over time, the choline levels of the milk nearly doubles from the time it's first formed as colostrum until it matures into fully functioning breast milk. And this implies that as the fetus or as the infant is growing, its choline needs become more and more dramatic. I've been reading Dr. Wallach's new book, Epigenetics. We're going to be talking about this a lot in the coming days. This thing is a magnificent, magnificent book. It's titled Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And it's really a kind of a walk through all human thinking about health from the days of shamans and cave people all the way to the days of the genetic theory in the 20th and 21st century. Dr. Wallach makes the case in the book, and he's made the case for a long time, that there's no genetic diseases. And every time Doc makes this claim, and he's made it for years, he's been making it for, at least 10 or 15 years, that there's no genetic diseases. And every time he says this, you can hear mainstream medicine's collective groan or collective scream. How can Doc Wallach say there's no genetic diseases? But when you think about it, what Dr. Wallach really means is, and it's hard to argue this point, what he really means is that genetic breakdowns are caused by the cells in the fetus. The cells of the developing infant or the developing baby in the womb are not getting their nutrients. The cells aren't getting their nutrients, and that turns into genetic disorders. Genes need nutrition. Just like any other part of a cell needs nutrition, so do genes. Genes need B vitamins, genes need minerals, genes need various antioxidants for protection. Genes need nutrients, as does every other subsystem in a subcellular system in the body. Everything needs nutrition. Genes in a cell respond to the nutritional and biochemical environment just like anything else does. The genes are sitting inside the nucleus, which is sitting inside the cell, and the whole shebang needs nutrition. The cell needs nutrition, the substructures in the cell need nutrition, and the genetics need nutrition. Without essential nutrients, genetic dysfunction is inevitable. Without the basic mighty 90 nutrients that the mother must be getting in order for the genes and the fetal genes to develop correctly, genetic dysfunction is inevitable. Birth defects are inevitable, and so-called genetic diseases become more likely. But the point is, the problem is not the genetics. The problem is not the genes. The problem is the nutrients that then, or the lack of nutrients, that then affect the genes. You guys get this? It's so important. Nobody's saying there's no diseases that a baby can come out of the womb with. That's obvious. There are diseases that babies are born with, but don't blame the genes. The genes are simply responding to the environment that they're sitting in, what the nutritional status of the cell is. And where does that nutritional status get developed? From the foods we eat and the supplements we take. Genes are negatively affected when nutrition is lacking. If the genes are negatively affected enough, you're going to get a birth defect. The baby will have a birth defect or a so-called genetic disease. In terms of choline, well, choline is not strictly essential in the sense that your body can make choline. It's conditionally essential for the health of the maternal and fetal environment, for the genetics of the fetus, as well as for the appropriate development of the infant. An essential nutrient is a nutrient that the human body cannot make. An essential nutrient is a substance that the body needs but it cannot make. And you see how important this is? It's like air. Air is an essential nutrient, an essential substance. It's not a nutrient, it's an essential substance. You can't make air, you gotta breathe air. Essential nutrients are the same way. An essential nutrient is a nutrient that mom can't make and that a fetus can't make and that an infant can't make, that nobody can make. Now, choline, as I say, is not essential in the sense that we can make it, but it's conditionally essential in the sense that we don't make enough and a fetus doesn't make enough and a mother doesn't make enough. That means without choline, birth defects, genetic defects are much, much more likely. Developmental effects are much, much more likely, especially as it affects the brain and the nervous system of the growing and developing baby. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll continue this discussion when we come back from our break. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this.
Friends, this is Alex Jones from MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237. Right now is the time to jumpstart your health with the new 30% discount from InfoWarsHealth.com. Secure the all-new Tangy Tangerine 2.0 with certified organic ingredients that are non-GMO and better tasting than ever. For an exclusive 30% off discount when you sign up at InfoWarsHealth.com. That's 30% off retail when you become a distributor at InfoWarsHealth.com. You've heard me talk about Tangy Tangerine for years now, and you've heard others talk about what it's done for them. Take the challenge. Try it for the first time, or even reorder your Tangy Tangerine and other great longevity products like Pollen Burst or the Alex Pack, all for 30% off when you visit InfoWarsHealth.com. This is a fantastic opportunity to be able to try out the hundreds of amazing products at InfoWarsHealth.com and get 30% off on products like Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. Visit InfoWarsHealth.com to get started today. You can also sign up for auto ship and get free shipping. 30% off and free shipping. It's all available exclusively at InfoWarsHealth.com today.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services. A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
back on The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on our archive page, brightsideben.com. If you miss a program, they are all up at brightsideben.com via archive. Got 3 years plus of great health information.